Zoologist is one of the most sought after niche brands that people get into. So today I'm going to rate all my samples and tell you what I feel about them. We have a lot to get through, so we're going to start with Bat. I have the original formulation from like 2015 or something, and then the newer formulation from maybe 2020 or something. Let's start with the old formulation of Bat. Most of the Zoologist fragrances are super hard to wear, but this is one of my favorites of all time. I'll put the notes up for every single fragrance here, but I'm not going to look at them before I put them up, so I'll tell you my exact honest review. Alright, smoky dates and old banana peels is kind of exactly what it smells like. It's so transportive, like it really does feel like you're in a cave. This is done so well because it doesn't smell like rotting fruit, but it just smells like ripe fruit, like really ripe bananas. So if you don't like the smell of ripe banana peels, then you won't like this. Next up is the new formulation of Bat, so let's test it out. Okay, I'm smelling these side by side. This is the original formulation and this is the new one. With the new one, they're taking away that ripe fruit and making it more earthy and vegetal, and I don't really like that, but I guess to each their own. I would rate the original formulation of Bat a 9 out of 10 and the new formulation of Bat a 6 out of 10. Next up, we're moving on to Beaver. This is also the one from like 2015 or 2016, so if this has been reformulated, I don't have the new one. I only have the original one. Alright, this one is really confusing. Like, I'm not looking at any of the notes to begin with. I'll put them on later, so I'll see after I finish filming, but it kind of smells like baby powder. It's a little bit stinky. Knowing Zoologists, there's probably like beaver shit in this. I don't know. Surprisingly not unwearable, but I think I'd have to give it like a 5 out of 10. It's so weird. Alright, next up is B. Again, I don't know if formulations have changed. I think I have the one that is currently available right now. Whoa! It's so sickeningly sweet. Okay, so this is thick honey and beeswax. Even if you love honey, like, don't get this. I mean sample it, but holy crap, this thing is it's just too sweet. This kind of reminds me of how like sometimes cupcake icing is so sweet it makes you feel sick. This is kind of like a similar thing. It's just making you just like, it's too sweet. I'd have to give this like a 2 out of 10. It's inventive and it's interesting, but like, no, not for me. Alright, next up is Dragonfly. Alright, this one's really nice. Out of all the ones we've just smelled, this is the most wearable, like the one that probably wouldn't make you throw up. So this one's green, but not in like a cucumber way. It's just a pleasant, aquatic, slightly floral maybe, but 9 out of 10, it's really nice. Next up is Squid. I think this won some award from like 2023 or 2024. Alright, from the opening, it's like pen ink. If a pen has ever like exploded on your hand, that's exactly what it smells like. It's a little bit smoky, kind of minty to me. Not minty in like a mint leaf way, but kind of like a mint mouthwash. This is rooty too, almost like, it reminds me of vetiver or like a carrot skin, something like that. It's a little salty too, so maybe some ambergris here. This one, it's weird, but it's not disgusting weird, so 8 out of 10, it's interesting. Next up is Hummingbird. Whoa, very floral. It's actually pleasant, but it's like it's kind of like if you go into a flower shop, like every flower you can think of is just put into one fragrance. I think it's mostly white flowers, like maybe honeysuckle, jasmine, something like that. It smells almost like a toned down and more floral version of B, just like a much more wearable version of that. 7 out of 10. Next up is Moth. I remember this one not being so great, but we'll find out. Okay, the opening, isn't as bad as I remembered. It's smoky. It smells like mothballs. It's kind of like burning. Ooh, oh, now it's turning bad. It smells like if you burned mothballs in a fire. Exactly that. It's weird. It's interesting. Not very wearable, but it's fun to smell. It's a 6 out of 10. Next, we have the infamous Tyrannosaurus Rex. This smells like a car crash. Burning rubber, gasoline, fire. It's so smoky and dark and thick. Tyrannosaurus Rex is one that I hated so much to begin with. But each time I smell it, I like it more. I would still never wear it, and I don't suggest that you do in public, but it's an 8 out of 10. Okay, I revisited T-Rex like 6 minutes later after it's drying down, and the leather's coming out more, and there's like an animalic undertone. It's really nice, but I'm still giving it an 8 out of 10. Next up is Harvest Mouse. This is a fan favorite. Okay, so the first time I smelled this, the first thing it reminded me of was Memoirs of a Trespasser. And there are definitely some similarities. They're smoky, vanilla, and heavy on the woods. What I really like about Harvest Mouse is that there's a really like interesting note in here that I haven't smelled in any other fragrance, and it's a sweet hay note. It's like if you've ever gone to a barn or like a farm and you smell that sweet hay kind of coming off the ground, there's a definite note of that in here. I think this is probably the most wearable out of all the Zoologist fragrances that I have or that I've smelled. 8.7 out of 10. I just dropped the sample and I can't find it anymore, but Camel is up next. You can see it on the strip. This is one of my oldest samples from Zoologist, so like it's becoming syrupy almost. Again, if there's a new reformulation of Camel, I have no idea what it smells like. This is the old one, the original one. And this is my favorite Zoologist of all time. This is such a Middle Eastern smelling fragrance, and not in like an oud type of way. It's like, ooh, sweet smoky dates, spices, like there's maybe cumin and saffron in here. Oh my god, it's just incredible. There's a dried fruits kind of note in here. I mean, I don't know if it's listed. That's what I smell. That smells similar to the original Bat formulation dried fruit. And in both, it's like a very transportive and like thick syrupy dried fruit. The reason why I like this better than Bat is because it's smoky, and I don't know how to describe it. It's hard to describe it, but it's so good, and I hope they didn't reformulate this because this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is a 10 out of 10, and I don't know if anything will ever top it. Next up, we have Macaque. I don't know how to say that. I think it's like a monkey or something, so I don't remember what this smells like at all, so we're just gonna... Whoa. Okay. Apple is the first note that comes off, but like rotting apple. Ooh, if you go to an apple orchard and there are apples on the ground that have been rotting out in the sun with like ants and bugs in them, that's exactly what this smells like. This one is really transportive too. Like I feel like I'm almost in a forest, like in a jungle, the Amazon jungle. Now that this is drying down more, there's kind of a sweet and tartness from the apple coming up, but the rot is definitely still there. It's like almost like vinegar. I think this is one of the more interesting ones from the brand, but it's definitely not wearable, but 8 out of 10 is interesting. There are two more that I'll talk about. The first is Zoologist Rabbit, which I had a sample of, and then I dropped it into Shattered, so I don't have it anymore, but it smelled like a carrot cake, like a very spicy nutmeg, kind of cinnamon carrot cake, and it was interesting. I didn't like it, so I give that like a 6.5 out of 10. Anyways, that was my rating of all of the Zoologist samples that I have right now. And I'm kind of hoping to get all of them. You know, there's a couple more that I don't have. Maybe soon I'll order a sample, just the entire collection, and then do this again with all of the new ones that they have.